complete, utter trash.
I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you?
You were thinking it. Okay, you were thinking it. I said it. We're on the same accord. Okay, so let's get into it.
1, 2, 3, 4. Get up, get on the floor. My world is with my girls, living on the dance floor.
Right off bat, I knew it was going to be kind of like a little disaster, a little messy, okay, if that's even English. We're missing Nia, Maddie, and Mackenzie, and then Melissa and Christy were missing as well. And we can't forget about Dr. Holly, okay? We can't forget about Dr. Holly. She... dynamic. I do like the fact that they brought back Paige and Brooke, even though they weren't a part of the later seasons. And the way that the reunion started off, it was extremely messy, extremely toxic. You know what? I'm gonna say right now, I have beef with the producers, especially Jeff Collins. Okay, Jeff, if you're watching, I don't know if it was Jeff or some other producer that was on the show, but the reunion started off calling out Maddie, Nia, and Mackenzie for not showing up to the reunion. Yes, the show did give everyone their start. Do I see anyone else in the entertainment business besides JoJo? Annette is what gave you your fame, your B-list fame. And that's not a dig, mind you. Like, I would love to be a B-list celebrity. I would not want to be an A-list celebrity because I still want to go to the grocery store. Okay. I still want to have my privacy. Take a few pictures here and there. That's fine. But B-list celebrity is where it's at. I put no shame on the B-list celebrity. By the way that the reunion went, everyone had their own individual trauma from it. Okay. And to sit here and say you should be here so you can sit down and confront your trauma and expose it to the entire world is kind of like apples and oranges. Like, come on. No, Nia's doing her own thing. Maddie's doing her own thing. Mackenzie's doing her own thing. Y'all had your own little reunion for Paige's birthday. Let it be what it be. In my opinion, the reunion was not needed. If anything, it was just the girls sitting down on a stage, being questioned by a producer and watching old clips of their dances. Now, they did have a few key moments, especially with Kalani coming out with her thoughts of self-exiting. And she shared that moment with all of us. And it takes an immense amount of courage to do that. So I commend her for that. It's very eerie and it was very unsettling, and it still shows the toxicity that these people have, that you went and took your camera while she's having like a mental breakdown of some sort and you're filming it. Like, that's... did not give them the decency as children. You might as well give them the decency as adults. Allegedly, the girls got paid $50K each to appear on the reunion. And although the reunion did provide some sort of clarity, I don't think the clarity needed to be clarified, if that makes sense.
What?
You want the relevancy, Lifetime. You need the money.
Because, mind you, they've been experiencing a decline in viewership for some time now. I mean, numbers matter, baby. Not to mention, payment is garnered by viewership. So for each viewer they're getting $1 each, okay? Dance Moms back in the day garnered a whole bunch of viewers, like a lot. And I'm not talking about some measly few thousand. No, I'm talking about millions of people would sit down and view into Dance Moms. So I've also noticed they've been splicing up different clips from this 2-hour special and also putting them on YouTube so that they can get more money out of this special.
What irritates me the most is that you're opening up old wounds. And yeah, there might have been some like healing moments, especially with Kelly saying that she felt guilty all these years because she felt like she stopped her daughter's dream of, I was able to have a childhood because you took me out of that situation, which I never really got why the other moms kept their children in that environment, especially when you could see how toxic it was. Because mind you, the producers, especially, that's who the real beef should be with. Producers fed the moms lines to say they would have certain stipulations, regulations, whatever. They would have certain things that the moms need to do if they wanted to leave early. Like they had to start a fight if you wanted to leave early because, you know, their kids would be there all hours of the day and they would be sleeping. It's like, hey, we need to go home. But it's kind of like, oh, well, you can't go home because we're still filming. So if you want to go home, you have to start a fight with someone.
What I remember is, like, you guys didn't have this problem because your kids were younger, but Brooke, like, she wanted to go to her school dances and stuff.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
like, and I would say to them, Brooke can't film Saturday at 8 o'clock because she has her semi-formal or whatever. And they would be like, well, then you have to start a fight with Abby about something. So like, that was when they said she was going to try out for cheerleading. Never tried out for cheerleading. It had nothing to do with it. It was just our way of not being able to be there that weekend.
And the moms had a podcast. I'm not sure if it's still going. I'm pretty sure it's ended. But the moms had a podcast where it was Jill, Melissa, Kelly, and Holly. And in one of the podcast episodes, and I'll try to put a clip of it, Melissa was talking about her experience with Jeff, right? How Jeff had cornered her in her car and said, I can take your car, I can take your house, threatening her.
Idea.
Yeah.
What
And people used to say to me, if it was so bad, why did you stay?
Yeah, it wasn't
because
that.
I had a contract
You
and they told me they were going to take, like, my life if I quit.
Oh my God, Jeff
know?
Collins put me in his car. No, he got in my car and he said, I'm going to take your house, your cars. I'm going to own you. That's what he said to me. Did you guys ever know that he did that to me?
Oh, they did it to me all the time.
Out of the blue, mind you. And I'm like, bruh, who locks children in closets so that you can film a fight scene between the mothers? Like, come on now. Like, that was... You're not about to corner me in my car, tell me that you're going to take everything from me if I don't get this done, if I don't get this film, if I don't do what you say. It was scripted television from the start, and the reunion was the same way. You cannot tell me otherwise.
And not to mention, till this very day, Dance Moms is still their #2 show. It gets the most engagement on social media. It gets the most watches.
All could have went the rest of our lives without knowing why Kendall left Dance Moms, without knowing why Chloe left Dance Moms, without knowing why Paige and Brooke left Dance. We all could have lived happily ever after. Okay? Certainly Lifetime couldn't possibly think that they ate with that reunion. Okay? No, baby. You left the food on the plate. I feel like if everything was laid out on the table, I feel like if the moms were kind of like, okay, this is what I experienced. They told me to say this. They told me that. I feel like if everyone could have came together, and I mean everyone, the whole original cast would have came together and been like, okay, this is what I heard. Is this true? And be like, no, that's not true. This is what they told me. I feel like if it was that, the producers would have been sweating in their pants. They would have been pooping their pants, bro. Just wanted a cash grab. They just wanted to start more beef between best friends because they're still very close. The girls are still very close. I don't think it was needed. It wasn't needed at all. And the fact that this man, Jeff Collins, has started his own company. Y'all made a whole investigation into Ellen. Okay, y'all need to investigate Jeff. Okay, because the accusations Jeff has had against him, this man should not have his own company. He should not be in charge of someone else's salary, point blank, period. Because the man is a narcissist. He has issues. He doesn't know how to treat people, okay? He thinks he's high and mighty, and he treats people like trash. Immediately after the reunion was over and it aired, I would have been hopping on Twitter being like, yeah, I just did that for the check. Honestly, I just did it for the check. Bank account was getting low. So, just to be honest. Like, just be honest. Yes, there were tears shed. Do I think it was scripted? Probably. Not Kelly. I'm not talking about Kelly. I'm talking about other people. I mean, I can't say Lifetime is going down into the rabbit hole. They have experienced a lesser percentage in revenue than they have in the previous years. It's when brands start switching up their identity, their content, that things tend to go left. And it's been a while since I've had cable TV. You know, it's been a while since I've tuned into Lifetime. And I don't feel like I'm the only one. That was my thoughts on the reunion. It was just basically the girls react and the producers get messy type thing, you know. So let me know in the comments down below what you thought of the reunion. I know it's been a few weeks since this came out and this video might be a little late, but I think over 200 of you voted for this video. So I finally filmed it, edited it, put it out there for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Make sure to take care of yourself. Drink plenty of water, especially if you're living in Texas, honey. It is hot out here. But then again, next week it could be like 30 degrees. So you never know. You never know. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching.